जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी भैया।
जय श्री
जय
माता
श्री
जी।
माता जी भैया।
जय श्री माता जी भैया।
जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी भैया।
जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी।
जी भैया। जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी भैया।
जय श्री
जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी भैया।
जय श्री माता जी।
जय श्री माता जी भैया।
वाइब्रेशंस को भी महसूस करते हैं, जैसे जैसे हम लोग श्री माता जी का जय जयकार कर रहे हैं और एक दूसरे से जुड़ रहे हैं। Let us also observe the vibrations when we are praising Shri Mataji and connecting with each other. Jai Shri Mataji. Let us settle down, sit in a relaxed posture. The surrender feeling to Shri Mataji. Entire attention within us and try to feel the vibrations on our hands, in our entire body. Ask ourselves, where is my Kundalini? आराम से बैठ जाते हैं। श्री माता जी को पूर्ण तरह समर्पित होके इसी भावना के साथ हम लोग हमारे अंदर कुंडलिनी कहाँ है इसको महसूस करने की कोशिश करते हैं, वाइब्रेशंस को महसूस करते हैं। श्री माता जी, please help us and guide us in this meditation session. श्री माता जी, आप ही कृपावंत होकर हम सबको इस ध्यान सत्र में मार्गदर्शन प्रदान करें। हम सबको एक बना दे। प्लीज मेक अस ऑल वन एंड हेल्प अस कनेक्ट विथ यू। हमें आपसे जोड़ दे। आज रामनवमी है। सबको रामनवमी की शुभेच्छा। और ऑल्सो श्री माता जी से विनंती करते कि हम सब में श्री राम के गुण आ जाए। टुडे इज रामनवमी। लेट अस request Shri Mataji to give us the qualities, imbibe in us the qualities of Sri Rama within us. With these thoughts, let us bow down to Shri Mataji, raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. इसी इच्छा के साथ, इसी डिजायर के साथ हम लोग श्री माता जी को नमन करके कुंडलिनी चढ़ा के बंधन लेते हैं। कुंडलिनी चढ़ाने के बाद वापस महसूस कीजिए वाइब्रेशंस को। कुंडलिनी कहाँ है, कहाँ तक चढ़ पाई। Observe the vibrations again and the location of the Kundalini after raising it using our vibrations. अगर सहस्त्रार के नीचे है तो इच्छा करके, विनंती करके सहस्त्रार के ऊपर लेके जाइए। If she is below the Sahasrara, try to request Shri Mataji and let it flow all the way to the Sahasrara. Shri Mataji, please give us complete balance. And let us all feel the presence of Kundalini at the top of the head, connected to you. श्री माता जी, हम सबको पूर्ण संतुलन मिले और हमें कुंडलिनी का अनुभव हमारे सर के ऊपर हो। हम पूरी तरह आपसे जुड़ जाएं। हम सब विराट के अंग बन जाएं। Please make us one with you. Make us one with Virat. With this state, let us hear Shri Mataji's words on Shri Rama and our right heart. इसी स्थिति में हम लोग श्री माता जी के शब्दों में श्री माता जी की निर्मल वाणी सुनते हैं श्री राम के बारे में और राइट हार्ट के बारे में। जय श्री माता जी।
His qualities, if you have to imbibe. His qualities, if you have to imbibe, first of all, we have to understand the innate situation of Sri Rama. Sri Rama is placed on the right hand side of your heart. Right hand side, right heart. He is placed there. Now, in a human being, there is no right heart. If you tell somebody there's right heart, they say, what? There are 2 hearts or 3 hearts? In our Sahaja Yoga, we have 3 hearts. One is the left, another is the right, and one is the center. Now, the right heart is a very important thing. The right heart looks after the whole lungs, both the lungs, or the throat, the trachea, the nose, the inner part. The outer side is looked after, we can say the features are given by Sri Krishna. But the inner part of it is all done by Sri Rama. They are the same, but one acts as in the inner part, the another as the outer part. It gives you the ears. From the inner part, Sri Rama does. He gives you the eyes in the inner part of the eyes. Now, it's so important to have the inner side all right and the outer side. Is an example of Sri Rama. He never cared for the outer side or the outward looks of a person. Because he came before Sri Krishna, he tried to build up the inner side of a human being. So we can say, though he is on the right heart, he acts through your Hamsa Chakra and partly through your Vishuddhi Chakra in the inner side of it. Because Sri Krishna, in the inner side of it, is Sri Ram, is Sri Vishnu. So, when somebody is, say, not good looking according to the Western standard, according to me, the Western standards are rather funny. Because Western standards don't look like, neither like Krishna or Sri Rama. The person like Sri Rama was a very healthy, tall person with his hands up to the knees. Ajanubhav. He is the one who has Ajanubhav. And he was plump. Both of them were plump. They had to be plump people because they were, though they were born of the Agni, he was born of the Agni, but the water is the main element of Sri Vishnu. So they were all plump people. They were not thin like sticks, as today's modern ideas are, to be thin like sticks and like TB patients. But it doesn't mean all plump people are good. We always logically think that plump people are, if mother says so, then plump people are good. It's not the point. The inner side of it, I'm saying. The inner side of it is just the opposite. inner side of it is absolutely beautiful and absolutely full of love, affection, and warmth. A person who doesn't have these things is a sign of a person who is not a surgeon, first of all. A person who is very loud, talks loudly, speaks loudly, laughs at wrong places, must be half mad, but cannot be a surgeon. See, the softness of Sri Rama goes to the extremes where I call the sankocha the formality, the formal. But it is in English language, formal is not the word, sankoch. He was once, when he was fighting Ravana, he was taking out with his arrow his 10 heads one after another. And if he took out one, then took out the second, the first one would come back. So because he had a kind of a blessing that nobody can kill him by hitting him on his head. So Lakshmana says, you know for definite that this Ravana cannot be killed by hitting on his head. So why don't you hit him in his heart? So he said, the reason is this, that just now in his heart is Mahalakshmi, the Sita. Sita is sitting in his heart. And how can I hit him on his heart? Because she's there, she might be hurt. So what's the use of hitting on the head, he said. He said, because once I start hitting him on the head fast, his attention will go there. As soon as his attention will go into his head, then I can hit him on his heart. See the sankoch. See the sankoch, the way he talked. Now, when it went ahead with it in his character, which was so beautiful, that you find he was such a consistent person. Whatever he said, all the life he carried that. For example, he said, I am the one who believes in one wife. Ekapatni Vrat. Now he had a very nice wife, no doubt, very beautiful wife, but she had gone to Ravana and he was left alone. When they wanted to start a kind of a yajna called as Rajasuya yajna, which was meant to be the conquering the whole world. Then they asked him, you have to marry because you have to have your wife. They said, no, I can't marry because nobody could be like my wife and I can't marry. I can forego this kind of a yajna, but I can't marry again. So then they said, all right, there's only one thing you can do is to make a statue of Sita in gold. And you have to use her, that statue, as a wife representing. He said, that I will agree. He took away all his ornaments, everything, and made that statue, and he did this again. So whatever he said, he followed thoroughly. In his dharma, he was perfect. Another incident is that when Sita was lost, he never slept. He never slept on a bed, always on the Mother Earth. Never slept on a bed, always on the Mother Earth. The pain he had of his wife is very well described by all the poets of India. And when Sita left him ultimately, in a very mysterious way, she just disappeared in the Mother Earth, because Mother Earth had given her birth. So she disappeared into Mother Earth. Then Sri Rama became absolutely lost and he jumped in the river Sharayu and disappeared in the water element from where he had come. Now this man had to give up his wife. In these contrasts, you can see the wave rising and falling of a personality. The society in which he lived, the state which he ruled, had an objection for a wife who had lived with Ravana. And the public started talking about it. So as a good king, he just decided that his wife should be left forever. And then he sent her on a beautiful chariot with his prime minister and his brother Lakshmana, who took her down and left her, told her this is what has happened, and that Sri Rama has asked her to take you down to the ashram of Valmiki. As a result of that, she got very upset, and she said, she was Adishakti, so she doesn't have to bother. She said, you just leave me here. Very self-respecting person. She didn't say, no, I'll come to him, or I'll sue him, I'll go in the courts, get all his money, how dare he throw me out. Nothing of the kind. That's the grace of a woman. Graciously, she said, all right, now you have listened to your brother, I'm your sister-in-law elder too. Now you obey me. And I tell you, as your sister-in-law, that you can now go, leave me here alone, and I don't want you to go any further with me to deport me with somebody. And she was pregnant. Here, if it happens, of course, horrible things can happen. But in India, if such a thing happens, the wife will kill herself, or she won't be able to bear it. I think both things are just the same in escape. If there's no aggression, then there is recession. But she said, no, I have to give birth to these two children. I can look after myself. All right, graciously he's done it, I have nothing. And please tell him not to worry about me. And she told Sri Rama, Sri Lakshmana, that all right, you look after him. That's all I want. And she told the chief minister, the mantri, that you must look after the kingdom. See the dignity, see the balance, see the character, the personality of Sri. He was called as Maryada Purushottama. And look at his wife. She was equal to him in every way.
Let us close our eyes and take our attention into right heart. And also keep our left hand on right heart. Left hand right heart पे रखते हैं और आंखें बंद कर सकते हैं चाहो तो, और पूर्ण चित्त राइट हार्ट। जो भी बदलाव हमारे राइट हार्ट में आ रहा है इसको महसूस करते रहते हैं अंदर के एरिया में और राइट हैंड के वाइब्रेशंस में। Just keep observing the change coming in our right heart and the vibrations that you observe on the right hand fingers. And let us listen through Shri Rama Raksha Stotra. Shri Rama Raksha Stotra सुनते हैं।
श्री गणेशाय नमः। श्री राम रक्षा स्तोत्रम्। श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम अस्य श्री राम रक्षा स्तोत्र मंत्रस्य बुधकौशिक ऋषिः श्री सीतारामचन्द्रो देवता अनुष्टुप् छन्दः सीता शक्तिः श्रीमान् हनुमान् कीलकम् श्री रामचन्द्र प्रीत्यर्थे रामरक्षा स्तोत्र जपे विनियोगः। ध्यायेदाजानुबाहुं धृतशरधनुषं बद्धपद्मासनस्थं पीतं वासोवसानं नवकमलदलस्पर्धिनेत्रं प्रसन्नं वामाङ्कारूढसीता मुखकमलमिलल्लोचनं नीरदाभं नानालङ्कारदीप्तं दधतमुर्जटामण्डलं रामचन्द्रं चरितं रघुनाथस्य शतकोटिप्रविस्तरम् एकैकमक्षरं पुंसां महापातकनाशनं ध्यात्वा नीलोत्पलश्यामं रामं राजीवलोचनं जानकीलक्ष्मणोपेतं जटामुकुटमण्डितं सासितूर्णधनुर्बाणपाणिं नक्तञ्चरान्तकं स्वलीलया जगत्त्रातुमाविर्भूतमजं विभुं रामरक्षां पठेत् प्राज्ञः पापग्निं सर्वकामदां शिरो मे राघवः पातु भालं दशरथात्मजः कौसल्येयो दृशौ पातु विश्वामित्रप्रियः श्रुति घ्राणं पातु मखत्राता मुखं सौमित्रिवत्सलः जिह्वां विद्यानिधिः पातु कण्ठं भरतवन्दितः स्कन्धौ दिव्यायुधः पातु भुजौ भग्नेशकार्मुकः करौ सीतापतिः पातु हृदयं जामदग्न्यजित् मध्यं पातु खरध्वंसी नाभिं जाम्बवदाश्रयः सुग्रीवेशकटी पातु सक्थिनी हनुमत्प्रभुः ऊरू रघूत्तमः पातु रक्षकुलविनाशकृत् जानुनी सेतुकृत् पातु जङ्घे दशमुखान्तकः पादौ विभीषणश्रीदः पातु रामोऽखिलं वपुः एतां रामबलोपेतां रक्षां यः सुकृती पठेत् सचिरायुः सुखी पुत्री विजयी विनयी भवेत् पातालभूतलव्योमचारिणश्छद्मचारिणः न द्रष्टुमपि शक्तास्ते रक्षितं रामनामभिः रामेति रामभद्रेति रामचन्द्रेति वा स्मरन् नरो न लिप्यते पापैर्भुक्तिं मुक्तिं च विन्दति जगज्जैत्रैकमन्त्रेण रामनाम्नाभिरक्षितं यः कण्ठे धारयेत्तस्य करस्थाः सर्वसिद्धयः वज्रपञ्जरनामेदं यो रामकवचं स्मरेत् अव्याहताज्ञः सर्वत्र लभते जयमङ्गलम् आदिष्टवान्यथा स्वप्ने राम रक्षामि मां हरः तथा लिखितवान् प्रातः प्रबुद्धो बुधकौशिकः आरामः कल्पवृक्षाणां विरामः सकलापदाम् अभिरामस्त्रिलोकानां रामः श्रीमान् सनप्रभुः तरुणौ रूपसम्पन्नौ सुकुमारौ महाबलौ पुण्डरीकविशालाक्षौ चिरकृष्णाजिनाम्बरौ फलमूलाशिनौ दान्तौ तापसौ ब्रह्मचारिणौ पुत्रौ दशरथस्यैतौ भ्रातरौ रामलक्ष्मणौ शरण्यौ सर्वसत्त्वानां श्रेष्ठौ सर्वधनुष्मतां रक्षः कुलनिहन्तारौ त्रायेतां नो रघूत्तमौ आत्तसज्जधनुषा विषुस्पृशा वक्षयाशु गनिषङ्गसङ्गिनौ रक्षणाय मम रामलक्ष्मणावग्रतः पथि सदैव गच्छताम् सन्नद्धः कवची खड्गी चापबाणधरो युवा गच्छन्मनोरथान्नश्च रामः पातु स लक्ष्मणः रामो दाशरथिः शूरो लक्ष्मणानुचरो बली काकुत्स्थः पुरुषः पूर्णः कौसल्येयो रघूत्तमः वेदान्तवेद्यो यज्ञेशः पुराणपुरुषोत्तमः जानकीवल्लभः श्रीमान् प्रमेयपराक्रमः इत्येतानि जपेन्नित्यं मद्भक्तश्रद्धयान्वितः अश्वमेधाधिकं पुण्यं सम्प्राप्नोति न संशयः रामं दूर्वादलश्यामं पद्माक्षं पीतवाससं स्तुवन्ति नामभिर्दिव्यैर्न ते संसारिणो नराः रामं लक्ष्मणपूर्वजं रघुवरं सीतापतिं सुन्दरं काकुत्स्थं करुणार्णवं गुणनिधिं विप्रप्रियं धार्मिकं राजेन्द्रं सत्यसन्धं दशरथतनयं श्यामलं शान्तमूर्तिं वन्दे लोकाभिरामं रघुकुलतिलकं राघवं रावणारिं रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः श्रीराम राम रघुनन्दन राम राम श्रीराम राम भरताग्रज राम राम श्रीराम राम रणकर्कश राम राम श्रीराम राम शरणं भव राम राम श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणौ मनसा स्मरामि श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणौ वचसा गृह्णामि श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणौ शिरसा नमामि श्रीरामचन्द्रचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये माता रामो मत्पिता रामचन्द्रः स्वामी रामो मत्सखा रामचन्द्रः सर्वस्वं मे रामचन्द्रो दयालुर्नान्यं जाने नैव जाने न जाने दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम् लोकाभिरामं रणरङ्गधीरं राजीवनेत्रं रघुवंशनाथं कारुण्यरूपं करुणाकरन्तं श्रीरामचन्द्रं शरणं प्रपद्ये मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूथमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शरणं प्रपद्ये कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम् आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम् भर्जनं भवबीजानामर्जनं सुखसम्पदां तर्जनं यमदूतानां राम रामेति गर्जनं रामो राजमणिः सदा विजयते रामं रमेशं भजे रामेणाभिहता निशाचरचमू रामाय तस्मै नमः रामान्नास्ति परायणं परतरं रामस्य दासोऽस्म्यहं रामे चित्तलयः सदा भवतु मे भो राम मामुद्धर राम रामेति रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं रामनाम वरानने। इति श्रीबुधकौशिकमुनिविरचितं श्रीरामरक्षास्तोत्रं सम्पूर्णम्। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः।
दोनों हाथ श्री माता जी की तरफ, both the hands towards श्री माता जी, and let the attention slowly go above the head, above the sahasrara with the kundalini. और चित्त स्लोली सर के ऊपर, सहस्त्रार के ऊपर कुंडलिनी के साथ चले जाए। चित्त वहीं रख के थोड़ी देर के लिए ध्यान करते हैं। Let us meditate for a few minutes, keeping the attention up there.
For the right heart, it is Sita Rama. Rama represents the Maryadas. He is called the Maryada Purushottama. When this chakra get enhanced, we know the responsibility that we have in a social circle, in household, as husband, wife, in carrying out the duties. Now this is a famous Kriti, Vandanamu Raghunandana, in Ragam Sahana. Sahana is actually a very peace-giving raga. It helps to be in a balanced state. It has a capacity to control our anger and no violence.
Na
रघुनन्दना वन्दनमो रघुनन्दना सेतुबन्धना भक्तचन्दना वन्दनमो रघुनन्दना सेतुबन्धना भक्तचन्दना राम वन्दनमो रघुनन्दना सेतुबन्धना भक्तचन्दना राम वन्दनमो रघुनन्दना सेतुबन्धना भक्तचन्दना राम वन्दनमो रघुनन्दना श्रीतमानातो वादमा रीतमानातो वादमा ने भेदमा इति मोदमाराम रीतमानातो वादमा ने भेदमा इति मोदमाराम वन्दनमो रघुनन्दना सेतुबन्धना भक्तचन्दना राम वन्दनमो रघुनन्दना वेगरा करुणा सागरा करुणा सागरा वेगरा करुणा सागरा वेगरा करुणा सागरा श्रीत्यागरा जगृदयगरा राम वेगरा करुणा सागरा श्रीत्यागरा जगृदयगरा राम वन्दनमो रघुनन्दना सेतुबन्धना भक्तचन्दना राम वन्दनमो रघुनन्दना राम
बहुत ही अच्छी स्थिति है, जितना लंबा हो पाए उतना ध्यान करते रहते हैं। वेरी नाइस स्टेट, लेट अस एंजॉय दिस स्टेट एज लॉन्ग एज पॉसिबल। थैंक यू श्री माता जी फॉर गिविंग अस दिस स्टेट। श्री माता जी को धन्यवाद देते हैं। जय श्री माता जी।